Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Pauline here with another interesting video. Today we're here to talk about women, and we're here to talk about menstrual periods. We're here to talk about what materials we use for our menstrual periods. So I've seen so many countries, or some countries like Zimbabwe, complaining that they can't afford sanitary towels. Okay, let's do a comparison. In Kenya, we have initiatives that they help a lady or a girl child. That is Inua Dada initiatives. They do help girls to take care of their hygiene, to take care of their periods. You know, period is one of the most horrible things that you'd ever like or ever want someone else to know that you have your periods. Imagine having an encounter like I ever had once in a video that I did. I'm going to put it up here, talking about my menstrual periods and how I embarrassed myself in the whole town. People looking at me until the drivers were like, "Are you okay, young girl?" Yeah, it's because of my menstrual periods. Not that I didn't know anything about pads or my days or my period days. No, it's because I had a condition, endometriosis. I had fibroids. And currently, young people everywhere, currently I see them talk about the pains that they encounter in their periods. All that comes with their menstrual periods. Okay, guys, I'm trying to understand. We all have challenges in this time where we shed blood for a few days, but do you know anything about it? Hygienically, what do you do? Because I've seen in Zimbabwe whereby girls don't go to school because of the challenges they're getting because they don't have sanitary pads. So imagine, if you don't have sanitary pads, how are you expected to go to school? How are you supposed to go in front of other people? In fact, how even are you going to function? Because that's one of the most weird things that happen in women. It's a challenge. So in Kenya, we have our MCAs, our governors, women governor, we have our women rep, we have influencers who come and hold hands together and do an initiative of where they buy sanitary pads and distribute them to other people out there. So here we have women who come around, influencers. They come, they gather, they tell people outside there to donate whatever shilling they have, or even in the supermarkets to donate a shilling or two from their cash so that we can be able to buy for girls, women, or even our mothers some sanitary pads. So in Zimbabwe, I saw a disturbing article that was going around about girls not going to school because of this issue. And the materials I saw them using, I don't think even in Kenya I've seen anyone use them, or I've ever heard of anyone use them. Let's stay, or let's talk of Turkana or Marsabit, or those deep places in Kenya that people normally don't go or don't talk about. Those are women who only they just take care of cows. Those are people who don't have access of so many facilities that we have in Kenya. And I've seen people donate and go to such places or such counties to donate this stuff for our young girls. But in Zimbabwe, I've not seen such kind of a talk. I don't know if it's there or they have such teachings. So here in Kenya, we have women who take a group of girls or go to school to talk about hygiene, sanitary pads, and how you're supposed to behave or how you're supposed to take yourself when you're undergoing your periods. We are also taught on how to wear sanitary pads in school when we were young. For me, I was taught how to use sanitary pads when I was in class 4. That's how I was taught, because it was taught in school. You see? But currently, I know each and every parent has a mandate to teach their kids on how to use these things. We also have the caps that come. Those caps can be cleaned. They can last for so many hours when you have put them. You just clean and put it back. You don't need a lot. Maybe 2 to 3 pieces is enough for a day, you know, or for the whole cycle, because it's something you will renew and reuse and reuse and reuse. We also have materials. I've seen some recyclable pads that we have. You use them. I don't know how they are made, but they're there. You use them, you wash, you use, you wash, until when it's torn out, or when it's not advisable, until the period that you're supposed to use them. Okay, in Zimbabwe, something caught my eyes. These young girls cannot afford sanitary pads because of high cost of living. It's expensive. How? In Kenya, we have the cheapest pads and we have expensive pads. So it's up to you to know which is good for you, which is favorable for you. But I'm not also discriminating, because I know there are people still, even in the ghettos, who can't afford such things. Mark my word. So in Zimbabwe, I saw that they say they use cow dung. I'm like, how do you use even cow dung for a sanitary pad? Like, seriously, how? I came to read more further and found out that they take cow dung, fresh cow dung, put it somewhere in form of like a block, a thin block layers, they make it like that. And then they put it together with some water and make it, you know how cow dung is, it's like, you know, like mud. They put it somewhere for it to dry. And once it's dry enough, they use that to put in their panties. Imagine, you take a piece of cloth, just a slight piece of cloth, you tie or you wrap your cow dung, and then you put it as a sanitary towel. I'm like, how don't you get UTIs? How don't you get these bacteria infections? How don't you get all such of diseases? You know, cow dung. Imagine of cow dung, putting it in your private part. That is so horrible. That is not even hygienically correct. But I don't know what to say, because I don't know what the women representatives or the women, the abled women in that country are doing to help their sisters, you know. Another thing I came to see that they put are newspapers. Or you definitely, you know, if you put a newspaper where it's wet, it's definitely going to be damp. And at the same time, newspapers are not clean. They have like particles that chip off from them. And once that enters in your vagina, I don't think they're the best. Even I can't talk more about it. Another thing, leaves. Okay, I try to understand the concept of leaves, using leaves for a pad. What kind of leaves do you know that can absorb or can hold periods in a woman? I try to look for leaves. What kind of leaves can you use? Banana leaves are not good. They can't absorb anything. I'm trying to think, okay, if you currently know of, if you read this story or if you know about it, can you comment down below? Let me know what kind of leaves are these people using as sanitary pads. Another thing I know, and I've seen it happen even here in Kenya long way before, is women making holes on the ground. Like, because you can't go to school, you can't go to work, holes. Imagine you can't go to work, you can't go to school because of your periods. So women tend to dig small holes on the ground and they sit on them. For how long are you going to sit in that place? Let's say your periods takes between 0 to 5 or 0 to 7 days. There are some who have heavy flows that goes even for 2 weeks. How are you going to sit in that hole for so long? How are you also going to clean yourself? Imagine digging one hole, staying there the whole day, closing it and making another hole. That place is going to be dirty. That place is going to smell because that is blood. I think with that also, hygienically, it's not right and it's not good. I've tried to understand that concept also, and I'm like, it's hard. So I would like to take this talk or this initiative and speak to influencers in Zimbabwe, women who have the capability of helping or supporting this girl child or women out there to do their thing. So we were saying, so if you find that the pads are so expensive to afford, why don't they come up with the menstrual cups that are here in Kenya? We have so many of them circulating around. They could come up with an idea of having menstrual cups or recyclable pads that we have currently in Kenya. I don't feel it's right for a girl child to go through this torture of periods. And if there is anything they can do, the women rep, the people in the government, influencers, you know, because we all have them in their country, why don't they join hands and do something for these people who are not able to support themselves with these kind of materials? Because it's so disturbing. It's so hurting. For me, who has undergone such kind of thing, endometriosis, I was using like 3 3 packets of sanitary towels in a day. And there are those maxi heavy floor pads, 3 packets in a day. And my floor was taking like a week or 2. Imagine how much or how many packs have I consumed within the 2 weeks. It was a lot. And don't forget, it was coming and going. Within 2 days, it's lost. And within a month, it's like, within a month, I'm only having like 4 days that I'm not having my menstrual period. So it was the most challenging thing I've ever faced as a woman in this society. So guys, let's do something and help, maybe help circulate this information, and let's help a girl child. People in Zimbabwe, I think you can do much better. And people in Kenya, kudos for helping us. Let's continue doing the initiative of helping our girl child out here. Let's not frustrate ourselves. Because I get people asking, and this is something that people have seen people in Kenya asking, if we have condoms for men in all public toilets, public areas, why don't we have sanitary towels for women everywhere? So the same way the government is trying to control AIDS or other sexual transmitted diseases, why don't they take that initiative also of helping girl child by putting sanitary pads in public places, public toilets, public hotels, public everywhere, and try help a girl child. Don't attack me. I'm not talking about a girl child only, because currently in Kenya people are complaining everyone is talking about a girl child and forgetting about a boy child. No, don't attack me. But anyway, for that and for the women we are becoming in the future, let's try help our daughters, our friends, young girls, and our mothers. Let's hold each other's hand and help a sister. Until the next video, bye-bye.